Hi there and welcome back to Japan, where we're going to be checking out a little bit more of Ningen ISU. Now, if there's ever a band who have long songs, it's these guys. So I'm looking forward to checking this out, even though it's nearly 7 minutes long. Now, you guys know if you've been following this channel for a while, my favour usually goes towards more shorter and conciser songs that really manage to pack in a lot of changes very quickly. I like sort of a sensory overload of a song, as I sometimes say. What these guys do for me is balances between what is my taste and what is less my taste, but I always try and show appreciation for it because they do have such a fantastic style and a fantastic work ethic. These guys, I mean, they've been around for over 30 years now, and they're still hitting their stride now at the top of their popularity at this point. For me, the songs that I find best are the ones where they go a little bit crazy, like I say. I mean, considering their songs are all quite long, if they keep it shifting all the time and don't get overly stuck in a groove, that's tend to be when I enjoy it the most. Some of the ones where they stick into one groove for a very long time and kind of go into that sort of zoned out doom metal sort of thing, they're the ones that tend to lose me a little bit more. So I was kind of interested to check out Great King of Terror because just from seeing the thumbnail on YouTube, I was like, this looks like some craziness is going to go down. But who knows? Either way, whatever it is and whatever it matters to my taste, we're always objective and subjective on this channel. So I'm going to try and give my best possible opinion on it. I kind of said both, and I guess both are relatively accurate. So let's jump in on this. This is Great King of Terror by Ningen ISU, see what I think, and we'll talk about it more after, and of course, at that point, we can get in the comments as well if you want. So let's check this out. Space, as according to Ningen ISU. That's a very heavy metal start if I've ever heard one. Oh, we're slowing down. Oh no. Cool effect. This really feels like they're building up to something, so I hope this pays off. The tension is brilliant. That's a cool little riff there. Musically it's brilliant, the build-up's great, but I feel like it's still waiting to pay off. Oh. Okay, it kind of feels like it's always building up. I'm not sure 100% if it's got like the payoff that it needs for that much build-up, but I'm wondering if we're building up towards a crescendo at the end. Either way, the tension's fantastic. Listen to all those muted sounds. Light cymbals. Muted guitar. Distorted voice. The only band who could truly survive and rock in space. I think we can agree on that. Gandalf the Wazzy. The imagery in this is great. I wish I knew if it actually meant something with the lyrics, but I unfortunately I'm not picking that up well enough. Oh, here comes our bridge. like that. Love the way the sort of guitar's distortion kind of works on that bit. Do you know what? I think one of the things we've got to give credit for, they have a wonderful way of keeping everything full of personality and interesting. I mean, this amount of sort of build-up all the time, I probably wouldn't last this long with other bands. But with these guys, you just kind of feel like everything's got so much character in it that you're willing to turn the page with it. Ooh, nice octave effect. They're in the Matrix now. Do you think someone just went on a stock footage site and just went crazy? Set search to copyright free. Now we're on the Windows Media Player visualizer. Ah, that's good. I like when he uses that. It's always sitting there behind him, and it's nice when he uses it to accent something. Okay, here comes our crescendo. A few seconds of it. And they do love the sudden stops in the songs. Okay, yeah, there's a few things to unpack on this one. Actually, no, there's quite a lot to unpack on this, but I think I said a lot of it during the song, actually. To be fair, one of the things that strikes me straight away about that, and this was the thing I was alluding to a lot during the song, is that all feels like a lot of it is about build-up. Like I say, especially in those verses towards the beginning of the song, where the whole point is about these very muted sounds. You know, the guitar's playing jump, jump. You know, not sort of big held brown or brown sounds. I have to show you how it sounds when someone does the vocal impersonation of a guitar. No, it's all very short junk sounds, the muted guitar sounds, where the sound hits and goes very quickly and so it gives it sort of a light and not overly pushy sound. And then the same could be said of the drums, which like I said are being played very much on the hats, so you're getting like a sort of sound rather than the big sort of kicks and snares that usually drive the beat. And then the vocal as well, like I say, being played through that distorted effect that kind of mutes it and makes it a bit more quiet, like you're hearing it through like an old radio or something. And then it sort of builds up, and then it builds up, changes again. You get some great changes in the rhythm, great changes in the riff. It all feels like it's meandering towards something. Yeah, it's changing direction, but it's always building. But it's almost like it never quite gets there. I was kind of hoping there would be one bit where it just kind of goes incredibly almost like symphonic, where just everyone sings at once and you get this really big blasting bit, but that never seems to come. And that's probably my only objection with the overall feeling of this song. If you're looking for something that just kind of sounds tense throughout and just sort of drives this sense and this air of tension, then yes, that's what this song is, and I think it would be great in that sense. But for me, and I do think this is one of the common musical concepts, is that with a song, one of the things you're looking for is you're looking for the moment of payoff. You know, you're looking for the thing that pays off. I mean, even down just to writing writing a 4-chord progression, when you write your chords, you're always looking for the chord that resolves the feeling, that brings everything full circle. If you want to keep people on tension, you don't resolve it. You keep things sounding like they're not resolving. Sorry to keep on using that word, but that's the word that's commonly used to describe this effect. And that to me is what was happening here, is it felt like everything was driving forward but never quite reaching a resolution. So I guess in a way that could be the intended mood, but for me I was hoping that towards the end of a song we'd get that. But nearest thing to a feeling of it kind of settling in and resolving itself was the guitar solo, which was great. They always do these great guitar solos in their stuff. I mean, as you guys know, I'm not the biggest guitar solo fan, because guitar solos are a bit ubiquitous. We can find them everywhere, but they always do such a great job. I think experience plays on their side. And this was another one where it just really sort of settles in and rocks at that point. So yeah, I like what this does, and I think it's very effective at being that tense chugging song. I think it's very effective at being kind of moody and I guess it's the whole suggestion of, but the name gives, Great King of Terror. It's this sort of feeling of tension as you build up towards something, like you're about to meet whatever this thing is. Like I said, I wish I understood the lyrics to give some context to the video, but nonetheless, I think that it works in that sense. It does seem to be pulling off something successfully, just maybe not what I personally was looking for. And I do have to give it respect. Like I said, it didn't just settle down and fit into a groove. It did clearly work its way around, going through different sections, and sort of it was clearly trying to always mount something and build up to a certain point. So it certainly was doing something effectively that maybe just wasn't what I personally was looking for. But if someone said to me, did you like that? I guess we've got to look at this in 3 ways. Do I respect it and think that it works at what they were intending to do? Guessing what I think they were intending to make this song sound like, yes, I think this works. Does it work personally for me? Maybe not so much. I can't really see myself coming back and listening to this one, because I feel like it's a sort of song that leaves you feeling more on edge than anything else at the end. Do I think that overall the song is a success? Well, yeah, I imagine that there probably is an audience for this, and I think if this was in a playlist with their other songs, it would make a great bit of contrast. So that's one of the other things. I think the only time I'd really listen to this song is if it was as a contrast in a playlist of their songs, just sort of break up the mood and shift things. Because you can imagine this going into something like directly after, like was it The Colour Out of Space or something like that, just straight afterwards, then that blasts in and that almost becomes the resolution. So it kind of feels like it belongs in that place, linking other songs together. The video was great. The video was great in all the ways that it was bad, and again I think that was what was intended. I think there's a deliberate air of tackiness. I don't know when this was done. I don't know if this was after their sort of success started to suddenly pick up online or not, but it looks like it was filmed in very good quality, but this one just went onto like a sort of a Pixabay or a Pexels or one of those sort of free stock footage and stock video websites and just downloaded some stuff and chucked it in the background. It has that look to it, and credit where it's due, it kind of just works, because like I say, it's that air of slight silliness, that like hyperbolic over the top madness, combined with their slightly scary look and the overall way that everything's moving along, that gives the extra life to a song like this. Like I say, if I heard something like this, if this exact same song was played by a band who delivered it straight edge and played it in a straight way, and sort of like if it was done by like a Metallica sort of band, I don't think I would get all the way through it, because I just think I wouldn't have faith that it was going in the right direction. But with these guys, you kind of feel like, yeah, I kind of believe that you're not just doing this just to be a miserable song. You're doing this because you want to sort of give like almost a cinematic energy. And by the way, if anyone put one and one together and came up with the idea that I was calling Metallica miserable, yeah, I kind of do find them miserable actually. But don't worry, I'm not slagging them off. It's just not my type of thing. So yeah, for me, it was an interesting listen. Definitely an interesting listen. Definitely worthy of a playlist of their songs, but I wouldn't come back to it in its own right. Anyway, for now, as always, thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, get on the comments, tell us what you think, leave your thoughts in the description, not in the description, in the comments. There will be links in the description that you can follow, but tell us if you're a fan of the band, what you thought of it. If you're not a fan of the band, what you thought of it, what other things you compare it to. Yeah, give us your ideas. But for now, from Japan, like I say, thank you so much for tuning in, and ciao ciao. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out more of our hundreds of videos we got online on this channel right now, or get involved in the discussion with us at the many social media links we've got in the description below, where you can suggest new videos and artists for us to check out on the channel. Or you can just do the usual YouTube stuff and comment, like, subscribe. You know how this works by now.